Of course, before the season, you can never predict all of the things that are going to play out, the good things and the bad things. One thing that was really unexpected came in the form of a standout rookie player. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how he could be the unexpected X factor that gives the 49ers an edge over the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're new here, I'm Nate, and I love talking about those 49ers, so please consider a like and sub. I very much appreciate it. Thanks for joining the conversations, getting in the comment section, all that good stuff. It makes it really fun for me for sure. Okay, the headline. Matt Barrows wrote an excellent article today from The Athletic, or with The Athletic, talking about an unexpected X factor going into this game. Now, I want to be clear. That's my words, not Matt Barrows' words. He didn't call it an unexpected X factor. I'm calling it an unexpected X factor, and I think I can prove that to you today. Now, Dominic Puni is the man, no surprises there, flying off the PFF charts, standing out in games. But if I told you, I say these things, right? And sometimes I get a little beef for the title, right? But I believe this. I truly believe he's the unexpected X factor. And when I say unexpected, I mean go back before the season started. And we think about what we were hoping Dominic Puni to be. Nobody would have picked him to play as well as he did, to play at guard on the right side. A lot of people had him on the left, which is where he was in Kansas. And most definitely not to become the permanent starter like he has. I mean, nobody would have picked that. Then in preseason, I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Preseason, everybody is like, oh, okay, hold on now. This young guy, he's pretty impressive. And then after preseason, then you get into the regular season and the first game against the Jets, and you're like, man, I don't know if he can handle that defensive line. I mean, preseason's cool, but now this is real life, and he handled it. And now look at Dominic Puni. Look at who he's become and how much he is helping this offensive line. I'm absolutely blown away by who we have in Dominic Puni, and he's got a long way to go. He's going to get better. And I love seeing things like Trent Williams talking about his ceiling and being an all-pro and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the ceiling is there for sure. It's through the roof for Dominic Puni, no doubt. But this unexpected move could be the X factor going into the game against the Chiefs. And I'm going to tell you why today. Why Dominic Puni could be the unexpected benefit to this offensive line. And it comes in the form of a man named Chris Jones. But we're going to get to him in just a second. Let's first start off by giving Matt Barrows credit where credit is due for this fantastic article. I can't show you the article because it's behind a paywall, and I want to maintain respect for them and their organization, all that good stuff. Plus, it might actually be against the rules. I'm not exactly officially sure what the rules are, but Puni might merit consideration for Offensive Rookie of the Year, if not for the fact the award has never gone to an offensive lineman. He's missed just one snap so far, has yet to give up a sack, and has been flagged for one penalty, illegal man downfield in Week 3, despite playing in US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis and Lumen Field in Seattle, which are two of the NFL's loudest venues. Okay, I don't know what just happened with my notes here. I'm going to pull that back up. That is fantastic commentary from Matt Barrows. Let's keep going, though. Chris Furster, what do you say, offensive line coach, about Dominic Puni? He's a very intelligent kid. Doesn't say a word. Very, very smart. Very tough, strong, and he doesn't sway. He's just steady Eddie. How often do you hear about rookie players being steady Eddies? That's not what rookie players are notorious for. Rookie players like even Ronaldo Green, who misses a play that could have resulted in a DK Metcalf touchdown if it weren't for illegal shift on the Seattle Seahawks offensive line or wide receiver, right? So maybe it was a tight end. Anyway, doesn't matter. The typical thing you think about with rookies is that they're going to make mistakes, but you hope that they gain the experience, and you just want to see highlights of what's possible, right? That's what you're hoping out of your rookie. Obviously, you hope for more than that, but that's what you expect out of a rookie. Ups and downs. And what Dominic Puni has been is ups and no downs. It's awesome. I love it. I'm absolutely here for it. Okay, let's move on to Kyle Shanahan. What did he have to say? Because the story just keeps getting better, guys. Barrows did an awesome job with this, by the way. So here's another quote Barrows used. Kyle Shanahan When he got in, he looked really good at first and didn't look overwhelmed, and you're just kind of waiting for it to happen, and it never did. Waiting for him to get overwhelmed, and it never happened. So far, so good. Still a rookie. I expect him to still have some blips on the radar, but so far he hasn't, and that's something worth celebrating. Something worth celebrating. So what makes the Chiefs so particularly difficult? What makes the Chiefs so hard? Because you know what? Right now, you're looking at the Chiefs team, and offensively, you would say, we're going to match up against those guys on offense. I know, it's Patrick Mahomes. But in terms of weapons, and in terms of the stats, I know stats aren't everything, but in terms of the stats and in terms of the weapons, on paper, the 49ers offense is way better than the Kansas City Chiefs offense. On paper. I know that there's Andy Reid effect. I know that there's other things going on, all right? So don't at me on that. But on paper, statistically speaking, Brock Purdy and this cast and crew should be able to get it done offensively. The question is defensively. On both sides of the ball, to be fair, which defense shows up? The defense that played against the Seattle Seahawks or, which defense? But on their side of the ball, their defense, there's a question mark as well. And let's get into what Colton McKivitz had to say about their defense. They really dial it up in those key moments. That's where they've been really good, and that's where they've gotten us. The gotta-have-it moments in games, they've come through, and we haven't. I want to give McKivitz some massive credit because we don't give him a whole lot of credit. He came off really well in the interview with the media yesterday. And this is the kind of stuff that you want to hear out of players that are struggling at times. We know everybody wants a lockdown tackle on both sides of the ball, or on both sides, right? Of course you want that. You're not always going to get that. Most of the time you're not going to get that. And so, yeah, Colton gets kind of the raw end of the stick a lot of times, and he's given up some big plays. So it's understandable. But this is what you want to hear from players who are struggling at times. They've come through and we haven't. Credit where credit's due. They've done better and we need to step up and be better. And where they've been better than us is in those gotta have it moments late in the game. Their defense is doing something special, changing some things up and messing up what we were able to do. And you look at it in the Super Bowl where the 49ers look so dominant and all of a sudden the rails are coming off at the end. Like, what is going on? We were able to stop these guys. Why can't we stop them? And we were able to move the ball, and we can't move the ball right now. What's going on, right? Well, and there's a little bit of help here from Matt Barrows on that. The Chiefs will play a certain style for large chunks of the contest and then suddenly switch up coverages and send blitzers in crunch time. And that's one of the ways they're getting after Brock Purdy and company. Dominic Puni was asked about Chris Jones. This is what he said. He shows up in big moments. I think that's his X factor and what he brings to the table. He shows up in big moments. I love that Dominic Puni's thinking about him because there's this whole storyline around Dominic Puni that Matt Barrows covers in an article. I strongly encourage you to check out The Athletic. Read the article. It's fantastic. But there's this whole storyline there around Dominic Puni and his love for Aaron Donald as he was kind of growing up and maturing as a football player. And then as he switched to the offensive side of the ball, not wanting to be an Aaron Donald, but beat an Aaron Donald. That's what he thought about. That's how he looked at Aaron Donald when he watched him on TV. I want to beat a guy like that. And he always wondered what it would be like to go up against him and if he could handle him. Then Aaron Donald retires right before he gets a chance in the NFL to actually stack up against him. Crazy, huh? Well, here's his shot. It's right here. It's Chris Jones. He's going to be standing on the other side of the ball, and he's the best in the league, arguably, at the position. He's the guy. I guess he's top three, right? He's top three. So this is who Dominic Puni is going to be looking at as not quite the same exact size, all right? But in terms of difficulty and challenge, for sure. Plenty of difficulty and challenge coming out of Chris Jones there. So this is going to be a huge test for Dominic Puni, and this is the one he's been waiting for. And here he is saying he knows Chris Jones is showing up in the big moments. He's showing up in the biggest moments. We're seeing this now from Colton McKivitz, Matt Barrows, Dominic Puni. It's the big moments, guys. And this is where the 49ers this season and toward the end of last season at times, it just felt like in the big moments we weren't able to get it done. In some of those key moments where you just have to finish the game out. Those key moments, that's what you need, right? And, oh, goodness. I mean, like starting from Cleveland of last season, starting from Cleveland with the field goal kick, just finish the game off. How many times, how many games have we watched where we're saying to ourselves, if this, or this don't happen, or this, and this do happen the right way, we win that game. We're in a lot of close games. This is the NFL. It happens, and I just feel like it really does have to be that simple. Colton McKivitz gave some advice for Dominic Puni. It's insightful. He says, get ready. It's the NFL. We all get paid to block guys, but certain weeks he's going to play guys that can wreck games. So here's your challenge, Dominic Puni. Now you're going up against the game wrecker. Can you handle a game wrecker? And no, this is not the end-all be-all if he, makes some mistakes, if he lets a sack happen and it's on it's his responsibility. If he messes up in the run scheme or whatever, whatever. Things like that are going to happen. I'm not trying to say this is the end-all be-all. But, man, what an opportunity. If we can shut down Chris Jones, that completely changes. Just like an extra second could change everything on offense for Brock Purdy, giving him that extra second. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, guys. This is going to be fascinating. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to be close eyes on Dominic Puni, number 77. It's going to be fascinating. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, too, by the way. Let me know what you think about this whole matchup and how this is all going to play out. Sorry, I'm recording late today. I feel like I'm a little but this is going to be awesome, guys. This is going to be a crazy game. I'm nervous about it. We had a guy coming to blow out our sprinklers, and I was like, dude, you can't come on Sunday between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Not an option. We're busy. But anyway, goodness, I digress. I'm feeling excited about it. I'm feeling optimistic. I really do think the 49ers have a fantastic chance. I think they have all the motivation in the world. And yeah, we're not coming off a bye, but we're close to it. At least we have a mini bye. I'll take that. It's better than nothing. Maybe we'll be more fresh in some ways. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully JP Mason's going to be ready to go. Lots to figure out. But this is going to be fun, guys. What a time to be alive.